All right, I think we are, excuse me, live. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I come back on to finish all the free readings that I did not get to this morning. I got through all the donations right up to the end, so I didn't do any free readings this morning. So, I'm coming back on to finish all those out. So, thank you for your patience and getting to these. And I do have one of my YouTube channel members who will be up first, and then we'll dive into the free readings. Once I'm done, I will post a comment listing the order in which all the readings were completed so you can go find your reading more quickly. And you'll notice there's no chat in this one because I'm not taking any new requests. I'm only completing the ones from this morning. I'll be back next Friday for free readings. I'm on Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and Saturday and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer those. All that information's in the description box. Or, excuse me, if you do want to become one of my YouTube channel members, I do have two levels that give you priority within the readings themselves. Uh, and then also I have other things for them. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, so being prioritized in the live readings. And then on Wednesday nights, we have 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, where we do free readings for all my YouTube channel members. And then my Praying Mantis level is $7.99 a month, and that gives you access to everything the Zen Cricket. Plus Thursdays, we have 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And then after my Friday and Saturday evening and my Sunday afternoon live readings, I have an hour with each of my Praying Mantis members too. So if you're interested in any of that, all that information links are in the description box down below. All right. I'm going to continue, excuse me, to use these storyteller tarot in this session. And we will dive in here. So first, we are starting off here with Sean G. So Sean G, one of my YouTube channel members, shout out to you. And you want to know, when will you hear back from Company N about sponsorship? All right, let's take a look here. All right, so what do we have here? All right. Well, it feels like it's going to be faster than expected. You got the page of scepters, the page of wands, which is a spark, fiery type energy that comes in here. And you have the 10 of hearts. In the 10 of hearts, I feel like by the end of October that you will hear from them with this 10 standing out. The two of spikes, the two of swords, excuse me, is about, like, I feel like you're going to hear the decision, so you're going to hear back from them about the sponsorship by the end of October. Um, End of October period. And then, the page of scepters comes in again on the bottom of the deck, which is, it's all about new passion, new spark, new direction that comes in with whatever determination comes from the company there. So I feel like that's when you're going to hear back from them. It does feel, with the 10 of hearts, it's abundance and full heart and overflowingness. And with that page, it does seem positive, like a positive result that you would feel like is a positive result because it makes your heart happy. So I like that for you, Sean. Either case, it's going to be for your benefit, right? I just feel like with that page, and every time we get a page of wands, it is about ignition of something, sparking of something. And sometimes a no gets a spark to do things differently. And if we don't have that no, we wouldn't unfold and open up a whole new area of our lives. And so trust that whatever the decision is, it is for your highest experience. And I like it for you. So easy breezy, short and easy. That's what they have for you, Sean. So many blessings to you. All right. And then that was my YouTube channel member. That was the only one I hadn't got to. So let me move these other free readings over here. So I have easy access to them. And we'll start off here with Andrea 54 Hector. So I'm going to give these this deck a big shuffle here. This is for all remaining free readings. We'll do one card readings so we can get through everyone. And so putting the energy in for all answers to show up. All right. Okay. So that is it. And so Andrea for 54 Hector, will there ever be a chance for Saul the Scorpio, your daughter's father, for you guys to get back together? You were together for 12 years and he hasn't been with anyone else since then. And when we talk, it sometimes seems so. Okay, let's take a look here. Well, yeah, the 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles is one of my cards representing partnership. So there definitely, when he said, is there ever a chance? There definitely is a chance with this coming in here. 10 of pentacles normally shows a couple together with the dog and the child and the old man in a wheelchair and a palace and coins, and so it's the fullness of life. So it definitely is a possibility to come in there. Now of course you can't go back to be something, to do things that you did before and end up where you ended up before. So it would be definitely transformative and looking into what um, what would you be willing to do to be together? What expectations to let go of? What, cage, not trying to put each other in a cage, but coming together in love and letting it be an adventure of love and gratitude could be how it could work too. 10 of coins is all about abundance and gratitude and focusing on what you do have, not on what you don't, right? So that could be a change there. So I do definitely see there's a possibility there, but that is something that you guys would work out together, determining what is it that how could it work, right? Definitely not going back to old ways though. All right, so that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And then Day Sturgis, you want whatever you need to know. You have the Three of Spikes, the Three of Swords, which is expectations equal disappointment. And there is this creativity that's being limited with fear. And I feel like what you're needing to know is to get in connection with your creative juices to allow a flow of new thought, a new belief. It's really to question these fears. What am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix? What are my expectations? These are all small t truths that are rooted in fear that, we're all given as we're growing up. And there's a lot of this that distracts us, that pulls us into lower vibration. And when we're in lower vibration, we don't connect to the higher vibration of creativity and we feel trapped, we feel dull, we feel gray instead of technicolor and rainbow. And I feel like there's just this awareness coming in that when you feel down and you feel, oh, it's okay, there's no wrong emotion to feel, there's no wrong choice, just different choices with different experiences. And when you're ready, done feeling drab and dark, it's like you have a choice that you can um, flip flip the switch to focus on what you're grateful for and that higher vibration of joy and laughter and celebration, and that can switch things around, and that you don't have to do what everyone told you to do. You never have to do anything that you don't want to do. And you can't escape from these supposed to be's, these shoulds, these need to's, these have to's to feel the creativity and the flow of life. And I like that for you. So I feel like that's what you need to know right now. Just a little reminder. I feel like you know this, but it's a good reminder. Sometimes we get stuck in the gray and we forget a technicolor until someone shows us, a little technicolor, and we're like, oh, that's right. There's brightness here. So I like that for you. All right. And that's what they have for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings. And then Crystal Day, you want whatever comes out. You got the Queen of Scepters, the Queen of Wands. She's a very powerful being. Whatever she puts her energy towards, she can accomplish. She walks into a room, she lights up the room, she gets people's attention just by her presence. And I feel like it's important for you to know that owning your energy, you can brighten up a room or you can bring it down as far as the energy. You can't control other people's emotional choices, but you can make it easier or harder for people to choose unconditional love, enjoying laughter, or lower vibrational energies of fear, etc. So I like this, you know, empowerment, this reminder of how powerful you are. Also, bringing into focus your ability to communicate with spirit, your empathic ability where you do pick up people's emotions. You um, can use all that too. There's feeling other people's emotions is just a small piece of an empathic gift. The real gift of an empath is pushing out unconditional love energy and being able to transform and transmute lower vibrational energies in a room to higher vibrational energies. So I feel like this is a time and a reminder of stepping into your power. Don't discount how much of an impact you can make on the world with just you showing up. And what you do beyond that is even more so. But if you have any questions about life, you have a great connection with spirit, just dial up your eye in the sky and ask them. They won't meddle in your life unless you ask them for guidance. You gave them a honey-do list before you came down. They're working on that. But while you're down here as a human, you can still ask of your own free will. Hey, can you give me clarity on that? Can you make this a no-brainer decision? Show me more information on this. Can you give me a sign? And they will. They love communicating. And with this Queen of Wands, you have a great um, power to do that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Crystal's Day. Many blessings to you. And then Kelly, you are up. So, Kelly, you'd like to get a message for anything you should be aware of or careful over this next week. All right. Yeah. Six of Hearts, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about be aware of something returning from the past. Can be a person or a situation that arises, but know that it's not coming up to judge you. It's just coming up for you to see how far you've come. And so it's not about getting back in a past relationship or relive a situation. It's about all reflection. And I like that for you. Six of Cups is a great flow of emotional energy for you this week, and flow with the emotion. Don't beat yourself up. Don't judge yourself. Be gentle with yourself. What have you learned? How have you grown? Right. Also, be aware of anyone that you have a special connection with that just feels familiar because the Six of Cups is also past life connection energy. So if you bump into someone and you recognize an energy there that you didn't recognize before, it's because you're more in tune with your subconscious and your Akashic access to your Akashic records where all your past life and other life information is stored. And so your access is increased, the speed of recognizing it is increased. So even if it's an old family member, an old friend, could be an old relationship, romantic relationship, but you can go like, you know what, I recognize that I have past life connections with this new person, this old person, not like old in age, but someone you've known before. And it's interesting because you can sit with that, and if you haven't looked into past lives before, just kind of meditate and sit and go, all right, soul, spirit, show me a past life that I had with them. What did you want me to see about this? Right. And I love that for you. And if you ever want a past life reading and you don't do them yourself, I do offer them. The link is in the description box down below, of course, if you so choose. There's no pressure. I'm just information, right? All right. So that's what they have for you, Kelly, for next week. I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Grace, 1111, you'd like some divine guidance. All right. You have the Five of Pentacles coming in. The Five of Pentacles does talk about beliefs and lack, feelings of abandonment, being left, whoa, excuse me, hiccup, left behind, um, feelings of um, not being not good enough, all the stuff that we learn when we're younger. But I like the 5 of Pentacles for you because it's transformative energy, and the divine guidance is, when you put your trust or your definition of your worth in the outside world, or where you're gonna get your sustenance is from the outside world, that's where we experience abandonment. As soon as a human inner child feels unsafe and out of control, we go into survival mode. We will take everything back, all support back, 'cause I need it to survive myself. And that's when we feel abandoned, we feel left behind, we feel empty. We're like, "What's happening?" But when we realize with situations like that, that it's creator, source, that is the source of our every need in each moment. And of course, here we are watching this video, watching this stream. We're here, right now. And that means we've always had everything I've needed to live up to this point, or I'd be dead right now. And so we have this trust we can build with creator, knowing that everything we need will always come in for us. Even more than that, spirit doesn't put us on a bread and water regimen, "Here's your bread, here's your water, that's it." They love us so much, they always give us more than we need, but not usually everything that our ego feels it wants or that it thinks it needs. But, there is this kind of transformation as we have more gratitude for what's coming in instead of focusing on lack. If we focus on lack, we grow it. If we focus on gratitude, we attract things to be grateful for. So being aware of our beliefs around lack and support and realizing humans are just shipping companies that bring things to us from spirit and from creator, from source, but that's who's bringing it to us, and we can trust them. They have unconditional eternal love for us. They don't have ulterior motives. They don't go into fight or flight mode. Humans do. So it's like this clarity on who you can trust, I feel, is coming in for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Grace. Many blessings to you. And then angel blessings. You want messages from your future spouse. All right. Got hermit energy here, Virgo energy, taking care of you, taking care of your health, taking care of your body. It's important for you to rest and have alone time. Don't over sacrifice yourself to others. They see, they know who you are. The future spouse has been with you for a while, and they know, how much you give and how big your heart is, but how you can sacrifice your health and yourself for others. It's this kind of second nature for you. And it's this reminder you deserve your own space, your own time, your own independence, and um, live that. Live your love. Do what you love. Do what you enjoy. I really like that because I feel like they're saying we can meet sooner than we based on current energy, if you go and do things you love, because I'm also doing something I love, and we bump into each other doing things that we both love, and we have that in common, and that's when you meet. Otherwise, you meet further down the road. That's interesting. I love that. So do what you love, and you can meet sooner than you currently are on trajectory for based on current choices. So I like that for you, angel blessings. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. Sorry, let me take a sip here. Got a little frog in the throat. All right. And then Lynx Lee, you are up. So who's coming with love proposals soon? All right. Well, you have the Hierophant here. It's Taurus energy, but the Hierophant, the wisdom king here, there is this, energy of, you do have this grounded Taurus, individual, very earthy, very, led by the planet Venus, very grounded individual. But before all that, with this Hierophant, it's your higher self calling into this higher place to see the capital T truth of what you truly want. Who do you truly want to be? Who do you truly want to be with? Because there's some old leftover small t truths of supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be's, blah, 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 that have this restriction where you wouldn't meet this person if you keep your current mindsets. It's like long held family beliefs, society beliefs, whatever, and going, I got this box that this person has to fit in. Excuse me. And if they don't, nope, I can't. This is about blowing up the box and allowing yourself to be open to receiving. Because I feel like this person is more down to earth and more casual than you normally would go for, but it's really what your heart, it's compatible with your heart for that. So something to look at and something to think about what can I release around my thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love. Okay. That's what they have for you, Links Lee. So many blessings to you. And then Soul Searching Vibe, you are up. So any lessons? Okay, why is my mouse acting up? All right, there we go. Any lessons you have to learn in your love life? Nope, you are already. I'm just kidding. You have the two of spikes, the two of swords, which has to do with indecision and kind of a battle between the head and the heart. And so there are some lessons regarding love life here that realizing I can get caught up in this long list of roles and expectations I have around what who they should be in love, who I should be in a loving relationship, how a relationship is starts and then progresses and where it goes to and everything else. I can get so caught up in the rules around love that I forget to enjoy love, or I try to do this checklist and I'm living someone else's dream of love instead of my heart's dream of love. The two of swords, two of spikes tells you close your eyes, open your heart. Where's your heart want you to go? Follow your heart, let your heart lead. And it takes you to a place of when we get out of our head of all these expectations, it allows us to have gratitude for who someone is and we get to enjoy who someone is. When we have all these long list of supposed tos, we actually are focusing on who someone isn't being, who we're not being, how we're failing even our own thoughts, how the relationship isn't living up to this list. Instead of, so we have to do so much just to get up to ground zero when we have all these expectations. But if we don't have any expectations or very low, then what we give, we have all this abundance and gratitude we can focus in on. And that's the relationship. Can you imagine a relationship where people share how much that they're grateful about you and how you are grateful for them? They would wanna be in that relationship, but, compared to a relationship where it's like, "You want me to tell you how you failed the relationship today?" That sucks the life out of a relationship and usually leads to the ending of a relationship, right? So I feel like there's a great awareness of, reimagine a relationship based on gratitude, where I don't focus on who someone's not being, what someone's not doing, not saying, whatever, and focus one thing sincerely every day that I'm grateful for, with an example of that existing in their life and sharing it sincerely with them. Can you imagine? Uh, you can do it. All right, so that's what they have for you, soul searching vibes. Many blessings to you. And then Patricia, you are up next. So, spirit team guidance advice. You're ready to leave an unhealthy living situation. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, you have the king of spikes, the king of swords. They're the master communicators and the rulers of the ace of swords, right? It's almost like the archangel Michael. And, you can ask them for guidance to show you the way and to show you a higher perspective of what's going on and clarity. You can ask them for clarity on making a situation a no brainer decision, asking for guidance on communicating, wanting to leave a living situation, unhealthy living situation. And they're more than happy to bring clarity, to bring direction, to light the way for where you're headed here. They roll over mindset, and then all the kings are given a second portion. So they're the master of information, of belief and mindset and communication. They roll over all that. So you can ask them for guidance and they will show you a way here. They can you can ask to see things from a higher perspective too. And, when we're looking at an unhealthy living situation, if, when we look at it from a higher perspective, I can say, how am I contributing to the unhealthy situation? Is it as unhealthy as I think it is? And asking for clarity around it, because sometimes we'll see, a mirror, and sometimes things will seem worse than they are. But also, if I don't look at it and go, what's my part in it? Wherever I go, there I am. And I go into a new living situation. If I'm part of the problem or the difficulty, then I will also be part of the difficulty in the new situation too. So it's important here with this, the king of swords here, the king of spikes, to step away, see things from a higher perspective, and ask for clarity, and it will come for you. All right. So I like that for you, Patricia. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Then we have Kritika Malhotra. Hello, hello. So you are in pain. Yay. It's why we come down here. Isn't it a delicious feeling? Come on. You can laugh. You can laugh. Come on. Ha ha ha. All right. So G has started behaving so distant. He isn't talking or even replying to your snaps. What has happened? What are his feelings? You feel so hurt. You can't stop overthinking. You can't even choose a question to ask today. Should I confront him or do what? Please guide me. Okay. Let's take a look here what they have here. Yeah, we got the nine of scepters, the nine of wands. This is, this barrier energy that comes in here, and it's like a wall, a forest field that's standing up, that's holding you back, right? And, sometimes we just have to really look at it and go, okay, is there this lion behind the door that it's keeping me, from opening the store, and there's this hungry lion? Are you keeping me from something? You know, when we experience everything you're experiencing, the pain, the overthinking, everything that's bubbling up within you, and your desire to confront and I got to know, is fear, right? Fear that I'm not good enough, that I did something wrong, I'm being punished. And all of this has to show the insecurity that we have inside, that we're all given growing up. What a wonderful gift it is that we're given. Insecurity, thinking what it might feel like to feel, um, small and unimportant and unworthy and everything else. It's so not true. We are powerful, supernatural, eternal beings that are so deserving, so worthy of everything, but we come down here to experience the opposites. And I feel like there's this blockade with this nine of scepters, this nine of wands, that's keeping you in this, place, so you could learn about this, so you could be facing this yourself. you know, you can be asking yourself these questions because they're a mirror for you. And I feel like it's a big growth opportunity if you ask yourself, you've been, you've been behaving distant to yourself. How have you, um, shrunk, in your interactions with Gaurav, with G? Um, you're not talking to yourself or replying to yourself, right? Um, let's see here. Any other questions you had here? Yeah, confronting yourself. And so it's like when we're looking for our definition outside of ourself and we don't get the validation back, that's what we freak out, right? That's when we feel this way. And we have plenty of things that happen in our lives because the outside world will continue to disappoint us until we turn inward and upward and find, oh, there's what I've been looking for, which is me, my self love, my self worth here, not retail price of the outside world. So, without them replying, without them doing this, with them, you know, pulling back and everything, it is for you. And I know it's difficult when it's happening and we're involved and we're out of our minds in fear. That's why we're, freaking out. That's what happens when our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control. It throws our intelligent brain out and our compassionate, loving side out. And we're, little hissing cat. Well, I don't hear it. In this case, there's like, this cat freaking out about what is this spaceship? What is this, Bigfoot? Oh my gosh, Sasquatch. But it's like, oh, okay, what if this is really real? And why am I defining myself by anything of the outside world? I can come back to me and inward and upward and really take a lot of deep breaths, repeat to yourself, I remember who I truly am. I'm not defined by the outside world. I'm defined by me, by my self love, by the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. That is the love I'm looking for. And their actions, what they're doing is for me. There's a gift. We can ask ourselves, is it possible that there's a gift in this situation for me so I can learn about myself to understand myself? So I stop defining myself by the outside world. And and if I'm not ready, then I just have another experience in some way that's going to eventually disappoint me and point me back to me. But when we look to the outside world to be something that they can't be for us, we do feel that disappointment and the fear, maybe I'm not good enough. And it's like, no, that's a lie. You know, Eventually we turn inward and upward and we find that we're priceless instead of ending up on the clearance rack when we define ourselves by the retail price of the outside world, because that's constantly changing, right? So hang in there, my dear. It's happening for you. Try not to kill the messenger. Just know that they're having you question yourself and that it's happening purposely. You wanted this to happen for you so you could wake up to this realization that, oh wow, I am taught to define myself by the outside world, and it don't define me. That's retail price. I find self-worth inward and upward, capital S self. Right? So that's the advice they have for you right now. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Do a lot of deep breathing. That will help you come out of fear mode so you can think clearly. Okay. All right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up next. So SSP's current energy towards you. All right, we got the Page of Hearts, which is, of course, a Page of Cups energy, higher love, higher expression. I feel like that you guys are going to be going through some sort of upgrade as far as your emotional connection that's coming through here. Could even be some forgiveness and some healing of not each other. I don't feel so much as past people that allows you to retain some past emotional energy that allows you more to give. And I just feel like you're upgrading your self love. You both are kind of in this understanding that your love, the more you find your self love and expand it, the more you're able to give and receive more love to the humans in your life that you love. Because you can't give more love than you have for yourself, nor receive more love from others than you have for yourself. It's if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to give, it's going to trickle. No matter how much love they give me, it's going to trickle. But if I expand this, then my self love, as it expands my ability to give and receive love in the outside world. So letting go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore, especially emotions and relationships that don't serve you anymore, just allows you to get a lot of emotional energy back that allows you to feel the love from yourself, but also give and receive love to the outside world too. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Ateshi. I just feel like it's expanding and going, but it doesn't matter what they do if you don't do your self love, right? Because if they want to give you an ocean and your pipeline this big, you're just going to get a drop anyway. So the biggest thing you can do in your relationship with SSP is focus on your self love. Okay, right? So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then, Jewel, what is next in your journey? Got the Seven of Spikes, the Seven of Swords coming in here. There's some lies, that some hidden truths, we'll call them, that are being revealed to you. And it has to do, wow, like three areas. One is some old things that you were told that come to light that weren't true. And you're like, oh, wow, that changes my how I perceive things. You also become aware of some old mindsets that are in here that have cheated you out of opportunities. Um, thoughts and beliefs that deceived you, that created deception in the outside world. You needing feeling you needed to hide things, people hiding things from you as well. And then the third thing is that there are some truths or some like I said, some lies and things of some individuals that are going to be being brought to you too. And it's all for you because you're realizing, wow, there's a lot of illusion in the world. Like we don't really know what's truth because of our perceptions. And as your perceptions are changing, your world is changing too. You're really becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted, fears that have and triggers that have kept you from going forward. But you're moving into this flow and release of thought and belief that don't serve you anymore. And it's freeing for you. You're not going to feel like you're suppressed like that sheep below their feet here. So I like this for you. Very freeing, very opening. Like it's like a lion being released from a cage. All these restrictive thoughts that you're becoming aware of. First step is to be aware that you're in a cage. And then two is dismantling the cage, which is what you're heading into next. So I like that for you, Joel. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then, hi, my name is Flo. You're up. Hey, hey. So, how does M see you? We got the Six of Coins. We got this equal giving and receiving type of energy with the Six of Coins. There's, equal physical attraction with the coins because that's the physical world. And I feel like they're more kind of at this point in their life focused on the coin, the fullness of the outside world, how things look. Not, I don't feel like they're really in tune with their feelings and um, kind of confused. I'm feeling confused with thinking, and so they're really depending on the outside world, depending on how they've been taught that, well, this means that, this means that, this means I'm successful, that means I'm not. This is this long list of stuff that has to be in the outside world. So they're really right now in their life just feels like they're drawn to the outside. And so they're looking at you and they're attracted to you with the Six of Coins. They're feeling abundance, they're seeing success, they're seeing fullness of the outside world, but I kind of feel like everything else is kind of like shut down, it feels like. It's like I don't your spirit guides are funny. It's like seeing a mansion, you know, like when you look at them, they're like a mansion, but the electricity's shut off. There's no furniture inside. It's an empty house. Looks good on the outside, but not a whole lot of, emotional work and mental work and shadow work. And that's gone in here. They're really got pushed to, and I feel like they were raised this way, looking at the physical world defining things, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in, Flo. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Lucky, you are up next. Hello, hello. So, um, so you said bring the vehicle to a different mechanic to have that evaluated and documented. Aftermarket parts are cheaper than original parts. I don't know. Were you answering someone else? Or are you asking? Well, Spirit knows. You have the Eight of Spikes, the Eight of Swords, which is all about letting go and realizing our own mindsets. like regarding a situation, if you're asking about what you should do, get out of your head with all this. There's a lot of limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what things mean and, different things like that. And so I feel like, um, try not to overthink it. Just go with your first impulse. Trust your gut on something instead of over analyzing and just allowing yourself to make some choices on here. So I'm not sure if you were talking to someone else. I don't remember seeing, I don't think I had anything from a CC about a vehicle. So I think maybe that you were asking a question. But that's the energy that's coming through with all that is just go with your gut. Don't overthink it. Right? Easy breezy, Lucky. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we have Happy Pill. You'd like a general reading. Wow, you got the Wheel of Fortune coming up. So there is this ending and beginning coming up here. I feel like this Aries full moon energy next week is the culmination of this transformation. There's this, I didn't see that, but there's this giant full moon in the middle here too that allows this new, thing to be planted. That's what happens with the full moon is the culmination, and then from the full moon to the new moon in a couple weeks, it's the pulling away of things, the getting things ready, getting the garden ready for new seeds to be planted. But this Aries energy is because Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, it's ready for new beginnings and new starts and new births. So it's almost like here's the harvest. We have no time for clearing away all this stuff. We're just plant new things are being planted as you're getting rid of things. It's like all happening simultaneously. But I like it. The Wheel of Fortune is like everything unfolding here for you is unfolding for you, and with the Wheel of Fortune, that even tells us that because sometimes our human side is, how is that for me? But when the Wheel of Fortune comes out with this energy, it's understanding these endings and beginnings. Your human will go, oh, I see how this is for me. So it'll feel fortunate. It's the tuna for you, the fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune. So good things coming. The wheels are turning, the wheels are spinning. We're in eclipse season 2. There's significant endings and beginnings. Trust the process. Trust that every doorway is an exit and an entrance, and you're not just ending, you're beginning something as well. So I like that for you. Right. So that's what they have for you. Happy pills, many blessings. And then Anna Filippa, you want a love reading? Absolutely. You got the Three of Coins, the Three of Pentacles coming in here. And the Three of Pentacles is about community, it is about joining together, about being true to your authentic self, too, and creativity and artiste, artistry and doing that kind of thing. I'm feeling here your culmination towards love. There's 2 things with this. One is it's important to have a strong foundation of a small community, like 1 or 2 best friends. And I feel like if you don't have that, you guys will be, like you said, 3 peas in a pod, 3 rabbits in a, I don't know, in an what is it called? A prairie? I don't know. But it's you 3, it's like you guys get each other. You're so much alike that it's very supportive. These are the type of friends that will be with you forever, and it's important to have that, um, before this next relationship comes in because you all will hold each other accountable around being true, staying true to your authentic self. Look, you're shrinking again. Don't do that. You know how you are when you get fall love, you start to change because you're trying to become who you think they want you to be. They will not let you do that. And it's important. All 3 of you don't let you do that. So that's one thing is developing this strong foundation of support, of brotherhood and sisterhood, where you're all 3 besties. The other thing is that you will find love in doing what you love and being true to your authentic creative self, whether it's painting, pottery, whatever it is that you express and you have passions, your hobbies. you go do that. And doing those things that you love, you bump into someone who's also doing what they love, and you have a spark that happens. And that's how your relationship goes. So these are the steps to take of preparing you for love, a different type of love. You can't keep doing what you've always done, expecting to get something different. We do what we always done, we get what we always got. Doing these things differently are what is going to bring in a different, higher vibrational love for you. Okay. So that's what they have for you, Anna. Many blessings to you. Right. And then Mika Khan. Hello, hello. How will you do De Strenzi? How profitable will you be? We have the Eight of Hearts. The Eight of Hearts is about, which is the Eight of Cups, leaving behind emotions and desires that don't serve you anymore. That takes you in a different direction that feels more like dreams come true. So I feel like with this, it will do okay, but it's not going to be fulfilling. I feel like you're being drawn. The Eight of Hearts has someone leaving normally to head off to the Nine of Hearts, which is dreams come true. And so I feel like when we're focusing in on what you're focusing on, it's not your dream, it's a job. It's eh, but you have something in your heart that is your dream come true. And I feel like this just shows you it's profitable enough, but you're just like, why do I feel so empty? And I feel like I'm existing, not living. And I feel like we're headed, being nudged to live while you can instead of exist. And not that anything bad's going to happen. Just is like, now's the time to live, not exist for you. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Mika. So many blessings to you. Let me bring over some more here. Thank you guys so much for your patience and getting to your readings here. Boom. That's a big one there. Okay. Let me just bring those up because I'm almost done to those. There we go. All right. Next, we have Marie Jones. Hey, Marie. I am well. I hope you're well. You want to know, will your partner and you buy your dream apartment next year? You do have the possibilities here. You have the Two of Coins, which is balancing, but two choices in the outside world. So I feel like that there is, like right now, you have this idea of your dream apartment, and there is possibilities of that. But I feel like something else comes in, and you see, oh, wait a minute, there's also that, which is always wonderful, right? If you have just one choice, easy to focus on it. When we have multiple choices, it's like, oh no, what do I want? So I feel like you will next year, and you do have an option of two different apartments to choose from, and one that is the old dream and one that's the new dream, right? So I like this choices because we'd rather have to choose between two than have no choice at all, right? So it feels very, very promising, and this is the rooster, the year. No, I don't know if it's the year of the rooster, but this zodiac sign, Chinese zodiac of the rooster is like this wake up call, right? It's like, here we go. It's waking me up to what I really want. It's like you're letting some stuff go and you're really waking up to, wait, that's the dream. This is like mostly the dream, with some supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's involved. But now there's like, wait a minute, this is the true dream that we want. This has stuff we think other people would think we are supposed to want in our dream apartment, but this is the ultimate dream apartment. So I like the clarity that comes in between now and then. All right. So that's what they have for you, Marie. Many blessings to you. And then spiritual awakening, Scorpio, one card for you. You got the Justice card. And Justice card is a great card to come in here because it's the balancing of thought and belief and mindset, a lot of clarity coming in. They usually have the Ace of Swords that's there, and it's about being able to connect and see things from a higher perspective. and we're always super loaded on all our small t truths, all these beliefs we're rooted in fears, and we're usually out of balance. But you're in this wonderful transformative time where you've been moving small t truths, transforming them into higher wisdom, higher spiritual wisdom. So not only are you taking things off of that scale, you're adding it on that scale. So balancing has been happening quickly and fully, giving you a lot of different awareness and clarity around life, around what you do want, what you don't want, who you do want to be with, who you don't want to be with, what you want to accomplish, what you don't care about accomplishing anymore. So a lot of beautiful clarity coming in. I do like that for you. Um, 11 is the number. I feel like 1111 or repeating numbers are very important for you right now too. They always have been, I feel, for you, but this is like ludicrous. Like, oh my God, everywhere. And this is spirit bringing, reminding you higher truth, clarity. Ask us. Because one of the things that reason why we see repeating numbers is our spiritual posse just kind of clearing their throat behind us, and you're like, "What? Oh, that's right, you're back there," because they don't meddle in our life unless we ask them to, and sometimes they're like, "Oh my gosh, we have so much we could help them with, but I wonder if they remember we're here." Well, they know whether they're like, "Well, they're distracted. Let's give them some signs, some subtle signs, and some not so subtle signs to remember we're here for you. Nothing's too small, nothing's too big to ask us about, but we won't meddle in your life." Besides what you gave us, I call it the honeydew list before we came down here. We gave them our large honeydew list. They're always working on that stuff for us in this lifetime. But down here, we can still ask them. And that's when they have those show up. So you can remember to ask, right? So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Swaroop Bobby, hello. You want to know what's coming towards you? Ooh, the Knight of Coins. Well, nothing too quick. Yay! Well, the Knight of Coins is the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of all four, because it's the outside world seasons. Seasons are changing, and I feel like that's what you need to know is that the season is changing, but seasons normally don't change overnight unless you live here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, where I live, where you can have all four seasons in one day sometimes. But normally, with this energy, that a season is changing, but you'll see the slow transition into it. And just know that when you get this night and get a slow kind of card, that things slow down for us so that we don't draw in things fast. Things slow down into slow mo, frame by frame, instead of regular speed, so that we can release thoughts and beliefs that don't support us anymore, emotions that don't support us anymore. And as we do, we raise our low vibration, and then that starts speeding things up again. So we draw in things that match higher vibration instead of lower vibration. So I feel like what's coming in here is this period of slowness. It probably has been feeling like it's been slowing down, but it's going to kind of feel like you're having going 100 miles an hour on a freeway and you're down to 15 miles an hour and you feel like you're going backwards when there's still this progression, but things are going slow on purpose for a purpose for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroops. Many blessings to you. And then we have Mangala Shiva Prasad. I probably murdered that. My apologies. You want to know what is your husband's thoughts about you and your relationship? What is the future of your relationship? There's an issue in our relationship which is not resolved yet. All right, let's take a look here. We got the 10 of hearts. So the 10 of hearts, it's either going to be an upgrade or a end. The 10 of hearts is, tens is endings and beginnings. And so it's either going to be a rebirth of your emotions for one another, or it's going to be an ending and a restart of a different type of relationship with someone else. But you know we can we can take the easy way and go, oh, let me just start over with someone else, and let me take what I've learned and start with someone else. We can always do that, but there's also you can't keep doing what you've been doing in your relationship and expect something different to happen, right? Generally, when we're having trouble in our relationship, and I feel like this is where your husband's thoughts are as well. And the future, they're uncertain. They're like, well, is it worth trying or is it just best to end this? Right. And I feel like they're in that indecision with this coming in here because I usually get like a solid, it's either that or it's either that, but I'm getting like, what could it be either one? And what I was going to say about how what causes trouble in relationships is expectations, all these rules we have around what a marriage or a relationship is supposed to be. And then we spend all our time focusing on how I'm failing, usually how they're failing it, how the relationship is failing. And then, as an afterthought, how I'm failing in this relationship. I'm not meeting up to my expectations. The relationship isn't meeting up to my expectations. They're not meeting up to my expectations of what I've been taught a relationship is supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. Those are the things that suck the oxygen out of a relationship and smothers the flame where it eventually goes out because it doesn't have oxygen to spark. And what we do with that is we start questioning, why do I think that all of these things need to be? It's because I've been taught it growing up, but I get to choose. Am I going to continue to choose that? Or am I going to reduce expectations to as low as possible? And then I start focusing on what I'm grateful for in my relationship, what I'm grateful about them in my relationship, what I'm grateful about me in the relationship. Then that grows, that changes the energy. It breathes life into the relationship instead of sucks the life away. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at here. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to praise and not focus on who someone's not being? And if we're so attached to our expectations, no, it needs to be this and this and this. Well, there you go, then that's what you have to live with until it drives you crazy and nuts enough where you're like tired of feeling that life's being sucked out of relationships. Because if you don't do it with this one, you'll get another one and you'll do the same thing and end up with the same result. Because we're going to keep doing the same stuff, getting the same results. But we have to change something if we want a different type of relationship. So I feel like that's an important thing coming in here for you. But it's right there going back and forth. They're not sure um, what they want. They kind of they care about you. They would so it's on the table that they were thinking we could try to work it out. But there's on the other hand, it's like maybe a fresh start would be good for both of us. But because it seems like a lot of work. But if you don't do the work, you're just going to take it with you anyway. The monkey on your back, right? Wherever I go, there I am. So all right. So that's what they have for you, Mangala. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Olivier Bergara. Hello, hello. Good to see you as well. And you want to ask, what's the future between the Capricorn and you, the Leo? All right. You got the Six of Scepters, the Six of Wands. So there is movement, there is mutual passion and mutual energetic and physical attraction. It's victory and movement here. Right now, the future is mainly that uh, passionate energy. It's not emotions. It's not love. It's not, commitment and all that. This is all about victory and fun and excitement and adventure. But that's what's based on current um, energies. That's what's in store. They're not showing me anything beyond that, um, which generally means, you know, that it's not so much that that's where it ends, but it's um, that it's like a need to know. And part of your experience right now is not to have to control the whole entire future, but to trust and have fun, enjoy the adventure, enjoy the journey instead of trying to plan your entire lives. I like that. We can probably all resonate with that. So I feel like that's what's important right now because the Capricorn, they must have a lot of fire in their chart or a fire moon or something because Capricorn energy is usually work, work, work. What's the details, you know? Uh, and Leo's usually woohoo, no cage, let's go. And I feel like they're saying just enjoy the woohoo, let's go. And the Capricorn is going to do enough thinking for the both of you. That's funny. But that's what's coming in for you right now, Olivier. So many blessings to you. All right. So hang in, everybody. We've got let's see, we've got like four left. So hang in there. We're almost through. So me, you are up. So me, the old valley gal, you're so funny. You're seriously thinking about leaving the little old mountain man after he receives the all clear from his cardiologist. So you've been working yourself to exhaustion, tending his rescue animals and blah blah blah. Yeah, right. The kids. I swear. Yeah. So are you making the right decision about doing all this, right? So he's asked you to travel the world with him, right? Let's see what energy is coming in here. So you've got the page of spikes. Page of Swords, new thought, see things from a higher perspective. That would tell me, and this is going to be your spirit guides. You like your spirit guides to be blunt and just don't beat around the bush. Just tell me, no, you're not making the right decision. They're saying you're seeing things from a lower vibration. You're seeing things from a place of fear. From small t truths that are rooted in fear. And because you have these, I believe a parent shouldn't do this and they shouldn't do this and he shouldn't be treating his children that way and they shouldn't be doing this and all the shoulds and supposed tos and need tos and have tos and musts, there's all these rules. Well, your spirit guides are saying dump all those rules out. You're not going to be here forever, they're not going to be here forever. If they're inviting you to travel the world, then go travel the world. Don't worry about anything else. Everything else is just details. It doesn't matter. Um, at the root of it, it's fear. What are you fearing? If you want to have clarity with it all, then you can ask yourself, what am I trying to fix? What am I trying to control? What are all my expectations? Ultimately, what am I fearing? Those four questions will bring a lot of clarity going, oh, there's a lot of leftover, you know, beliefs and triggers from your life. And those triggers are what are going off, and you're making decisions off of your triggers. But close your eyes and open your heart. Close your eyes and see little old mountain man's heart and see how loving and caring they are. And that they just want to live the rest of their remaining days with you, enjoying and traveling the world, not worrying about all that crap. And when you're out living and traveling and enjoying the world, you don't have to worry about all that stuff back here either. Whatever they do and whatever unfolds and hits is it, right? Also, I feel like with wearing yourself out to exhaustion, taking care of the rescue animals, ask for help. You don't have to ask for help from his son or girlfriend or whatever. You can do it lovingly. You can ask them, "Hey, could you guys help me out? Is there any way that you can help just like this weekend or this?" If not, ask friends, ask, and other people if they would like to help out. Even if it's nieces and nephews that are teenagers, and you're like, "Hey, you guys want to come with me, go visit some animals? Let's go take care of them." Ask for help. You can. Okay. So that's what's coming in for you, me. Hang in there. Travel the world. All right. Much love. Okay. And then up next, we have Kishore Kumar 639. So you'd like a card. You want to know when will you get married, how your partner will be, how your you how you change after they come. All right. And so one card is what we get. The Ace of Scepters, which is the Ace of Wands. Um, This is the Big Bear, the Big Dipper. I think it's the Big Dipper in the astrology here. Um, when when you'll get married, it's written in the stars, and I feel like they're saying here um, that it's important for you to take a step back and look up at the stars. Take a breath and look and knowing and trust when you look at the universe, it's like, why am I trying to control so much? What am I so worried about? Why am I sweating the small stuff? Why am I being so serious? Right. There's this freedom that comes with all this here. Because I feel like um nothing's gonna change after they come if you don't if you're not able to sit with yourself and look at the universe, right? Because they're not gonna complete you. You have everything you need inside of you right now. You are complete, you are the star in the sky, up over here. That's you. And, um, allow this star of who you are, this higher self, let that guide you in your path. Because you know, this I feel like there's this pressure on getting married and how will they be and how am I going to change and all this. And they're like, once you get there, you're always going to be looking at the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. If you can't be content and happy with yourself in this moment, no one or nothing else is going to make you feel any different. You are a star. You're a bright star in the night sky. You It's about seeing yourself for how powerful and who you really are and releasing your definition to all these things because, it is. You're the Big Dipper. You're the big bear in the sky, the ace, this ace of wands, this ace of scepters is about allowing this spark to happen within you to live your life. Don't wait around to live thinking, "Well, I'll be complete when, and then I can be happy when." No, you won't. You'll get that, and nothing's gonna be different. You're still gonna feel empty on the inside because what you're looking for is you, not anything out here. That's when you look up into the universe and see stars, you realize, "I'm part of something so much bigger than this human character I'm living." And then you find your fullness inside. You're filling up and overflowing. You're living your passion. And while you're living your passion, while you're pursuing your self love, that's when you meet this other person. And then you have this spark that happens, and then it progresses, but it starts with you because if you're not happy with you, you're not going to be happy with anyone else either. Right. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in for you right now, Kishore. Right. And then Layla, you are up next. So you would like guidance from the universe for you and the Pisces. All right. You have the Nine of Spikes, the Nine of Swords. And this is a good card to get. It's the Nightmare and Insomnia card. And it's like, how is that a good card to get when we're talking about, guidance between the two of us? Well, the 9 is an endings number. 10 is the endings and beginnings. Like 9 is you're reaching the doorway to exit, and 10 is you're stepping through the doorway. So this is this hermitage journey, the number 9, and the spikes, the swords are all about your own mindsets and your thoughts and your beliefs. And so you've been sitting with yourself, and it's important for you to get away and see things differently. Look at these fears, right? Because it's these fears and expectations, these fears of disappointment and of rejection, of not being good enough, blah, 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 that we're all given all our lives, right? That's what causes trouble between us. And when I feel like I'm having any kind of um, struggle or any fears around something, that's because these are existing in here and in here, right? And as I look at it and I release myself from all these supposed to be's and should be's and these small t truth fears about who they're supposed to be and how it's supposed to be between us and where is it supposed to head and blah, blah, blah. Again, all of these rules and expectations that just suck the life out of our experiences, because you know um, they just don't. Um, they're not reasonable. They're contradictory. They differ from other people. And when we focus in on those instead of focusing on the amazingness of who someone is, like they're giving you all this, right? It's like, wow, look how abundant, and I'm so grateful for this. If I have all these expectations, look at they're only this much, right? And if my expectations exceed what they do, then I have disappointments. And why are they not being who I want them to be? We're focusing on lack instead of gratitude and abundance. And the more we focus on lack, we get more lack in our lives, more things unfold. Gratitude in life, more things grow that too. So I feel like you're at a point here of, you know, well, at this point, they should be doing this. I should be doing this. This is what it should look like. Don't should on yourself. Don't supposed to, need to, have to, must. Let all that go, and gratitude for what is what, the energy that's coming in with the guidance for you. It's like when we begin to focus, I talked a couple times in this already in this session about, imagine a relationship where all that happened each day is telling someone how amazing they are, specifically and sincerely, the things you love about them and them about you. Who wouldn't want to be in that relationship? But when we start nagging each other about, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, no, it sucks the life out. And pretty soon it's like if you have like a candle with a thing and you put something on top, it s- um, eats away all the air until there's no air and then the flame goes out, right? So if we could learn relationships of gratitude instead of expectations, we would live in bliss so much more, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in for you there, Leela. Hopefully that resonates for you, but that's a little tidbit they have for you right now. So many blessings. Right. And then last but not least, we've got Ashvin Ray. And once I'm done, I will post a comment listing all the order in which the readings were completed so you can find your reading much more quickly as well. Um, so, Ashvin, you want to know guidance on your marriage. All right. So, you have the Emperor coming in here. The Emperor is this Aries energy. The Emperor rules over all the kings, but the Emperor also has this wonderful take charge kind of energy, which is you know, kind of getting rid and or putting everyone's opinions and advice, all these self-appointed advisors in your life. And thank you for all of you for all of your recommendations and advice and everything else, but clear the throne room. I need to make decisions for my empire. You're the one in charge of your side of your marriage. It's like not waiting around for someone else to make decisions and decide where it's going to go. You get half of, you're in full reign of your half of the marriage, right? I get to decide what I want from the marriage and what I don't want from the marriage, and I get to look at it and go, what do I really want? And then put a plan together and take action on it. If I don't want it anymore, then I tell them I don't want this anymore. As it is, this is what I want in a marriage. It can't stay the same. I want this. What do you want? And let's, work like two, emperors with two kingdoms and come to what do they call it? A peace treaty, right? Or a pact, a unity, right? Like what is it called? The United Nations, right? Let's come together. Let's united and we can take over the world together. There's this empowerment that can come in here, but it's not about waiting for the other person to make choices and decisions. You get to decide what you want in it too, and what you don't want, and you get to initiate it and let go of all those expectations and supposed tos and need tos and everything that everyone else has told you. What do you want from it? And find out if what they want from it, and is there work, can you work it out? And if not, then that's the answer, right? And I like this. It's like not waiting around. This emperor is very much about stepping forward, and even the strength card on the bottom, being the ruler over your part of your marriage. It takes two. You're two powerful people in a, coming together, two nations coming together to form a kingdom. And if, but it's the respect of each other, that I rule over this part, you rule over that part. So what do we want? And let's come together, right? So I like that. I like this energy of and gratitude for who they are, not who they're not being. We talked about that just right before pulling your cards. So if you want to listen to the previous reading right before yours, there's some great information in there about gratitude in a relationship. Instead of focusing on who someone's not being, it can help transform things. But really, a big piece of yours is stepping into your power and not waiting around for someone else to decide what they want or not. Are they going to choose me or not? It's like, wait a minute, I choose me. Am I going to choose you? Boom, that's the power, right? Right. So that's the little advice they have for you, Ashvin. So hopefully that helps, right? So many blessings to you. And thank you guys again so much for all your patience and waiting for your readings. I will be back on Friday for free readings. If you'd like to join me then, I'm on Friday and Saturday nights and Saturday and Sunday afternoons. And if you want a personal reading or any of I offer some other things. There's a link down below. I personal readings, past life readings, birthday readings, all sorts of stuff. But it's all listed. There's a link down in the description box if you want to check those out. I also do some energy work and astro reading. Um, yeah, and then also I have YouTube channel memberships. I have a Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, which gives you priority in my live readings. And then Wednesdays, I have 2 hours where we do free readings for all my YouTube channel members. My Praying Mantis level is $7.99 a month. It gets everything that the Zen Cricket does. Plus, Thursday, we have 2 more hours of free readings. And then on Friday and Saturday night after my live sessions, and on Sundays after my afternoon session, also have an hour ish or more with my Praying Mantis members. So if you're interested, there's a link for that down below too. All right, everybody. So thank you again for all the love, support, your senses of humor, your thirst for hearing from spirit. And remember, every second of every day, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Enjoy this Aries full moon this week. And until I see you again, much love. We'll see ya.